The Forest of the Seventh Son, Season 1. The Awakening of Ikenga. Night in the ancient forest was never truly dark. Even when the moon hid behind heavy clouds, the trees themselves glowed. Soft pulses of blue and green light, beating like the slow, steady heartbeat of something living, ancient, and awake. And somewhere beneath that living canopy, a young man named Ikenga walked alone. He didn't know why his steps led him deeper into the forest that night. He only knew the pull, the strange whisper calling him, a whisper that felt older than the world itself, and somehow meant for him alone. The tall trees bent toward him as he passed, vines shifting like watchers adjusting their gaze. Fireflies glowed brighter around him, as if guiding him forward. His golden eyes he never understood, reflected every shimmer, every flicker, every secret the forest tried to hide. Ikenga felt it before he saw it, a soft warmth spreading across his chest, a tingling under his skin, a pressure blooming behind his eyes. Then he stepped into a clearing, and the world changed. At the center of the clearing floated a glowing crystal, the heart crystal, suspended above a pool of golden light. Its surface swelled with colors that didn't exist anywhere else in nature. Molten gold, deep indigo, soft white like sunlight trapped in ice. It hummed, it breathed. It called his name, and he whispered back, breath trembling, "Why me?" But the forest answered first. From the shadows emerged tiny glowing figures, children made of light, floating weightlessly in the air. Their laughter echoed like gentle bells. Their eyes shimmered with ancient wisdom. They were the lost children of the forest, spirits of those taken or forgotten, protected by the forest's magic. One of them drifted close, her body glowing brighter than the others. "Take it," she whispered in a childlike voice that echoed across the clearing. "Your destiny begins tonight." Ikenga's heartbeat thundered in his ears. He reached out. The moment his fingers touched the crystal, the forest exploded with light. Golden energy shot up his arm, racing beneath his skin, weaving into his bones, exploding behind his eyes. He staggered back, gasping as images flooded his mind. Ancient kingdoms, burning shadows, a battle under 7 suns, a girl with glowing white eyes, a dark figure rising from smoke, a promise, he is the one. The lights around him dimmed, and she appeared, hovering a few feet above the glowing pool, wrapped in flowing white and gold fabrics, skin soft and radiant, eyes shining like 2 miniature suns. Adana. Her presence warmed the air. The heart crystal reacted to her, humming louder, as if recognizing her. "You heard the call," she said, her voice calm but powerful. "And you answered it. That makes you chosen." Ikenga stepped back, chest still glowing where the heart crystal had touched him. "Chosen for what?" Before she could answer, the ground trembled violently. From the tree line, a deep growl echoed, low, vibrating, full of hunger and ancient malice. Red eyes appeared in the darkness, then another pair, and another, shadow creatures. The lost children gasped, retreating behind the glowing vines. Adana lifted her hand, and threads of brilliant golden white light swirled around her fingers like living serpents. "Ikenga," she said softly, "you must fight." The shadows lunged. Instinct replaced fear. Golden energy erupted from Ikenga's chest, racing down his arms. His hands glowed. His veins lit up like rivers of fire. He raised his palms, and the light burst forth. A wave of golden force blasted across the clearing, slamming into the shadow creatures and sending them crashing back through the trees. The ground shook. Leaves exploded into sparks. Ikenga stared at his hands in disbelief. What am I?" Adana floated down beside him, her glowing threads dissolving back into her skin. "You," she whispered, "are the one the forest has been waiting for." The next day, word spread through the village like wildfire. Ikenga, the quiet boy with strange eyes, had awakened the heart crystal. The elders were concerned, mothers whispered. Children peeked from behind woven mats, and the night hunters spoke of shadow creatures moving too close to the village borders. Ikenga hid inside his hut, confused and shaken. The heart crystal's power pulsed in him, responding to every emotion: joy, fear, confusion, like a second heartbeat. But he wasn't alone for long. Adana appeared inside his hut without stepping through the door, her presence lighting the room. "You are afraid?" she said gently. He nodded. "I don't know what I'm becoming." "You are becoming what you were born to be." Her hand hovered inches from his chest, where the heart crystal's imprint still glowed faintly. "The forest chose you. I was sent to guide you." Ikenga studied her. "Guide me? To do what?" "To protect the seventh son." Training begins. From that day forward, Adana trained him deep within the forest. She taught him how to control the golden energy that surged through him, how to channel it into his palms, how to shape it into weapons, spears of light, shields of shimmering gold, how to hear the whispers of the trees, how to sense danger before it came. He was stronger than he knew, faster than he expected, chosen in ways he couldn't yet understand. The lost children watched him with awe, cheering him on, guiding him through hidden paths only they knew. But every day the forest grew quieter. Birdsong faded, animals retreated. The wind carried the smell of smoke. Something was coming, something old, something hungry, and it wasn't alone. The Shadow Lord. One night, while Ikenga meditated beneath a glowing tree, the air grew cold. Frost formed on the leaves. The golden moss dimmed. The lost children screamed and vanished into the ground. Adana appeared instantly, hovering protectively in front of him. "Ikenga, don't move." The shadows parted. A tall figure stepped into the clearing, cloaked in smoke, eyes burning like fire, darkness clinging to his skin like armor. The Shadow Lord. The reason the heart crystal awoke. The reason Ikenga was chosen. His voice rumbled like distant thunder. So, the boy awakens. Ikenga felt his power tremble inside him, reacting violently. Adana stepped forward. "You will not touch him." The Shadow Lord laughed, a deep, echoing sound that chilled the forest. "The seventh son will fall, little light, and the boy will fall with it." His hand rose, black fog swirling around his fingers. He launched it toward Ikenga, but Adana threw herself in front of him, forming a massive barrier of golden white light. The explosion shook the forest, ripping apart trees and sending shockwaves miles away. When the smoke cleared, Ikenga lay on the ground, holding Adana in his arms. Her glow flickered weakly. The Shadow Lord was gone, but he had left his message. "Prepare, chosen one, your forest will burn." Ikenga's tears fell onto Adana's fading light. "No," he whispered fiercely. "I won't let him." The First War. For the first time in centuries, the villagers, the forest spirits, and the lost children united under one cause: to defend the land from the Shadow Lord. Ikenga stood at the front, golden aura blazing, the heart crystal's power flowing through him like a river of fire. Adana floated beside him, her strength slowly returning, her threads glowing again. The Shadow Army rose from the tree line, hundreds of creatures with glowing red eyes and smoky bodies. The battle was brutal, loud, merciless. Ikenga hurled golden constructs at the creatures, blasting through ranks of shadows. Adana stitched shields of light into the air, protecting villagers and spirits. The lost children created glowing pathways, confusing the enemy, leading them into traps formed by the forest itself. Yet more shadows kept coming. The forest dimmed, the ground trembled, the sky darkened as if swallowed by night. Ikenga felt himself weakening, but he refused to fall. "Adana," he shouted over the screams and chaos. "We must end this." She nodded, and together they pressed their palms to the ground. The heart crystal responded. The forest erupted in golden light. A massive shockwave blasted across the battlefield, disintegrating shadow creatures, tearing apart their ranks, purifying the darkness. When the light faded, silence. The shadows were gone. The villagers stood in awe. The forest glowed brighter than ever. Ikenga collapsed from exhaustion, but Adana caught him, her light steady and warm. "You are the chosen one," she whispered, "and this is only the beginning.